Right, well, we've been very busy. Most of my experiences this month have been hospital appointments. But Hilary will tell you what other things we might have been up to apart from that.
Might have been up to, or did. Well, you have been up to things.
Oh, yes,
gosh,
yes. But I'm embarrassed about this.
Oh, well.
You can say why.
Peter has been on a Rhine cruise. Sailing down the Rhine without me, and the reason is that he had my full permission, but I managed to fall downstairs about 4 or 5 weeks ago now. So when it came to going on the holiday, which involved a long drive, a long boat ride, and another long drive, and my back really wasn't up to it. And then we were only going to be away for 2 or 3 days, and I thought, well, that'll be great if I've got to lie down for those 3 days. So, and I've never seen him so disappointed, really, because he really, really wanted to go. So I said, right, well, you will have to go. And he said, oh, can I? I said, yeah. So he went, and I stayed at home. And he had a lovely time, didn't you?
Well, it wasn't the same, of course, because we usually do things together and have been doing so for nearly 50 years, 47 years. But yes, it was lovely. Drove to Hull, got a ferry over from Hull to Zeebrugge, a 4-hour coach ride to Cologne, spent the night on the ferry on the way over, 3 nights on the River Rhine, going to Cologne and Andernach and Koblenz, then back again over to Belgium, a trip round Bruges for the day, back on the boat for the night, and then home. So yes, it was very, very quick. It was an experience I've never had before, so I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, and he's been very good, and he's done all the washing up and goodness knows what since he came back. But we also went to see, last week, The Habit of Art at the Playhouse, didn't we?
Alan Bennett.
With Alan Bennett, which was well, Peter called it a curate's egg. He crammed an awful lot into it. But it was interesting, wasn't it?
It was about a play about actors rehearsing a play, which was about a poet and a composer, Benjamin Britten, and who was W.H. Auden, wasn't it? And what they might have said to each other had they not spoken to each other for nearly 30 years.
Yeah, but it was funny, but it was also very sad because they were aging, and there was a lot of sadness about it. But it was also very rude, in a typical Alan Bennett way. But it was an experience, so we were quite glad.
I love Alan Bennett.
Yeah,
I think he's a very skilled writer.
Yes, yeah.
Anything else, Pat?
I think no. And as you say, lots of appointments. And flu jabs.
Flu jabs, yes. And Pat?
I've had my flu jabs.
Oh, congratulations. That makes the 3 of us.
I thought you'd be pleased.
Delighted. So now,
so you've totally driven out of my mind what I'm supposed to be talking about. Oh, yes, I've been to Stratford.
Yes, lovely.
I just happened to mention on a sort of weekly phone call to my youngest son, John, that I really missed going to Stratford, but I could no longer find my way around because my short-term memory has just dissolved into nothing. And about 2 weeks later, I got a letter from John with an itinerary for 4 days in Stratford.
Wow, how lovely! How lovely!
So we went on it was 4 days? No, it was 3 days in the end. We went on the Friday, and we saw 2 plays on the Friday, and then Saturday we just smooched around the place and revisited places. And I can't remember what day it was. I did which.
Well, it doesn't matter what day it was, does it? No.
And it was really, really, really enjoyable. And he'd given me a guide for absolutely everything I was doing. He should be running a guide company
or a stage agency.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is that you enjoyed it,
great.
and it's a lovely experience. Yeah.
And didn't fall in the River Avon once, then, Pat, if you didn't know your way.
No, I could remember where the River Avon was. Yes, it's small details that disappear.
Oh, good. Oh,
right. Well, let's get on with our recording, and Pat's going to start with the birthday list.